everyone, Anna Krueger here with Sparking Progress and the no script sales method. Because scripts are awkward, conversations aren't. I'm so excited to bring this content to you in partnership with James Shaw of the Inspire Collective, a leader who I greatly look up to. And we're bringing this program to you because we understand that making calls, knowing how to navigate conversations and what to say can be pretty confusing. And in today's market, especially, we need our skill to be very high. Years ago, you could sell a house if you had a heartbeat. That is not the case today. We need our skills to be top notch, and that's why we're bringing this program to you. So in this program, we're going to talk through the mindset of how to be successful in helping families through sales. And then we're also going to talk through language patterns. So let me touch briefly on both of those, and then I'll lay out the structure for you. All right, mindset. I actually almost got kicked off my first sales team way back in 2006 because I couldn't sell anything. And my leader finally said to me, she said, would you just quit thinking like a salesperson and think like a coach or a counselor or a teacher? And when she said that, it unlocked something in my brain. And it took me from what can I get from this person, which is I needed a sale, to how can I help this person and what's their story? What can I do for them? So there's a sentence I love. I encourage you to write this down. But our job is to listen to their story and then strategize and educate to help them get what they want. When you listen to stories of the people you are talking to, and then you remove obstacles by strategizing and educating, you will have sales. The best salespeople have the mindset and the heart of a teacher or a coach. So we're going to talk about that a lot in this program. Secondly, we're going to talk about language patterns. What's a language pattern? Well, let me contrast it with a script. So a script is a prescribed set of words. You're often encouraged to memorize them. It could be paragraphs, and you really often don't feel very authentic when you use them because they might be the way somebody else would word it and not the way you would word it. And scripts are honestly rather awkward. I always felt awkward using a script. What changed for me in success in sales is when I learned language patterns. Language patterns are different than a script in that they are more, here is a 4-step process to uncover an objection versus here are lines to memorize. So what that means is we could have a class full of people and all of us will sound a little different when we're uncovering an objection because we all have different personalities. But as long as you are following the 4-step process to uncover an objection, you will likely have great success. So that's the idea of a language pattern versus a script. In this program, we're going to have a hybrid method. So we've got a lot of elements for you. We are going to have 18 topics available to you on demand upon sign up starting on August 20th. What that means is you might have a question about a topic and you're not going to have to wait 3 months until we get to that point in the curriculum to hear it. You will have access to all of the philosophies and the language patterns and the trackers, everything upon sign up, which I think is awesome. However, we also know that live learning is important too. So we are also going to teach and demonstrate the 18 topics as we meet together 3 times a week each month. Not 3 times a week. We're going to have to edit this part. Okay, I'm sorry, we're going to have to edit this part. I'm going to go back to talking about methods. And I'm sorry, I'd re-record, but I'm running out of time. Okay. So we also understand that live learning is very important. So what we're going to do is in addition to having all the topics available to you on demand, we will also meet live 3 weeks a month. And in those sessions, we're going to go back over the on-demand training, but now demonstrate it, be available for questions. So you're going to have on-demand and live training of the topics and the language patterns. In addition, and I'm really excited about this, we're going to have something called Tiger Time. What is that? Well, tigers, they're pretty fierce, they're pretty bold, they go after what they want, and they're very protective of what's important to them. That kind of sounds like what we need to be during lead generation time. So if you've heard of the idea of body doubling, it's the idea of, I don't want to clean my house. You don't want to clean your house. Let's hop on Zoom and clean our houses together at the same time. And that's called body doubling. It helps you get things done. So Why not apply that to lead gen? So, 3 weeks a month, we will also do what's called Tiger Time, and it will be lead gen body doubling. What that's going to look like is you're going to be invited to hop on Zoom. Everyone will be muted. It's not going to be loud and chaotic, but I'm going to be sitting here watching the chat box. And as you make lead gen calls, you will see other people making lead gen calls. You will also be able to write in your questions so I can respond live as things are happening. And then at the very end, we're all going to come together and we're going to do feedback. We're going to role play some things that maybe you ran into, and that way you have immediate feedback based off of whatever just happened. So, in summary, you're going to have on demand topics upon sign up starting August 20th. You're also going to have live teaching and demonstrating of those topics for further understanding. And then we're also going to lead gen together to help you be excellent and also to make sure it actually happens. I can't wait. I'll see you starting on August the 20th.